The YouTube CEO just released a letter about updates for 2025 and some very interesting stats and data that I want to break down for you so that you can understand the power of YouTube going into this year. And my name's Levi. I've sold over 482 homes, all free from YouTube in the first 4 years of my real estate career. And on this channel, we teach you how to do the same. But I want to break down some of the very key factors that the YouTube CEO pointed out in this letter, starting with number one, which is TV has surpassed mobile and is now the primary device for YouTube viewing in the US by watch time. On top of that, he says, according to Nielsen, YouTube has been number one in streaming watch time in the US for 2 years in a row. Now that is massive whenever it comes to marketing. Touted these stats many times that over 55% of our traffic on one of our channels comes from TV, desktop, and computers. Those are research devices, which is very important whenever we're trying to monetize off platform. Now, if we break that down even further, 35% of that traffic on one of our channels comes from TV alone. Another one of our channels, 42% of the traffic comes from TV. And that means people are sitting on their couch or even laying in bed watching our videos. That is extremely powerful, mainly because people say attention spans are dead these days, and that's why you're supposed to be some dancing marketer on TikTok. But the reality is that when people are researching or especially planning their next move, since we're in the real estate business, then they will sit down either on the couch or at a desk because they want to go into research mode. They want to go into learning mode. They want to really dig in. And so that is very powerful. And then they want to put it up on the big screen so that they have a better viewing experience. So this does matter whenever it comes to your video quality as well, although a recent study showed that audio is way more important than video quality. But really, I mean, I still film with an iPhone and it still provides really high quality content. So make sure you're using good quality cameras and a good quality microphone for sure. And by the way, I still use this same $20 selfie stick / tripod that I bought over 4 years ago. You can use simple microphones for 20 bucks. And I mean, you can get started for less than $50. But going back to the TV aspect, this is one of the most powerful forms of marketing out there because again, in the business we're in, which is real estate, buying and selling homes, that usually takes two if there is two people involved in the relationship. And we have been sent pictures from clients where they're sitting on their couch watching our videos. And we've had that from other partners of ours as well. And usually they're doing it with the spouse. So the spouse and even the kids will jump on our Zoom calls because they want to meet us because they love YouTubers. And actually, I help with the youth kids, the 7th grade kids at our local church on Wednesday nights. And the first night I went in there, about 4 or 5 of them said, "Hey, aren't you the guy on YouTube?" And then one of them said, "Hey, yeah, you sold my dad a house." And so, you know, these kids look up to YouTubers. It's now the #1 streaming app on TV, which is massive. And I think most of you would assume that Netflix has been the #1 streaming app on TV, but now it's YouTube. And now TV has surpassed mobile. That is massive. In 2023, 88% of online traffic was viewed on a mobile phone. And here you have YouTube dominating TV. So that is really key for marketing and building relationships with your potential clients, because the more content people watch, the more of the relationship they build with you. And then of course, if you're monetizing off platform like us, as we do in real estate, or if you're offering financial services or even plumbing, which by the way, one of the biggest plumbers on YouTube is here in Dallas, over 600,000 subscribers, and people watch his content. And of course I do as well. And whenever I have a plumbing problem, guess who I call? I call that company. And this is the same with real estate. Once people watch content so much, that relationship starts to develop. And then they think, well, I've already gotten so much good information from Levi and the channel anyways, I might as well work with them on the next transaction, right? Or buying the next home. That's the way they think. So the fact that they're sitting down and consuming this content on TV tells you the direction that YouTube is headed. Plus they're going to be making changes to give a better viewing experience on TV as well. Hey, you should check out my new community for free. It's where I host all of my more in-depth trainings, and you're going to get access to step-by-step courses showing you how to get buyer and seller leads for your business using passive prospecting, a supportive community of over 1,300 members, and weekly group coaching sessions you can attend and ask questions. Now, this community is all about passive prospecting and getting quality buyer and seller leads through YouTube without spending a penny on ads or cold calling. Now, the link is in the description below, so make sure you join for free today and say hi to me when you get in the community. I look forward to seeing you there. Now, one of the other main topics that the CEO points out in his letter is that YouTube is the epicenter of culture. He references the fact that the Trump-Rogan interview generated over 55 to 60 million views, maybe even more at this point. But they believe, actually they referred to this election as the YouTube election. We know that Trump went on several podcasts, very popular podcasts, and those were on YouTube as well, and they got millions and millions and millions of views, as compared to the other candidate did not do that. But they're also referencing Saturday Night Live and all these other cultural shows where Jimmy Fallon, Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, where people are going to YouTube to see these clips, to view what you might normally view on TV on YouTube instead. And I know for myself, like, I'm not staying up for Saturday Night Live, all right? It's on way too late for me on Saturday night. But I will hear of a funny skit or something, and guess where I go? I will go straight to YouTube and find that clip. And now I do get some feeds of Saturday Night Live on my homepage, and so I'll check it out from time to time. But yes, I mean, that's the thing. I don't watch TV, but I will hear of certain things, and YouTube's the first spot I go to find those clips. On top of that, now YouTube has become the #1 platform for podcast. Yes, that's correct. Just like we assumed Netflix was dominating TV, we probably assumed Apple and Spotify dominated podcasts, but it's actually YouTube. So in these categories, YouTube is really taking over, and that's a big deal. Plus, Joe Rogan just renegotiated his deal with Spotify. His first contract did not allow him to post episodes on YouTube, and now as he renegotiated that contract, which I believe the first one was worth $100 million, and they say this one is now worth around $230 million. Not too bad for a podcast. They're good podcasts too. But now he renegotiated that he can put the full episodes on YouTube. And that took place, of course, right before the election as well. And the full episodes of all of his recent podcasts are up there, 2-3.5 hour episodes. As before, when he had the first contract with Spotify, he could only put up the clips. Now, he also makes reference that this is transcending borders. He mentions Sarah Lazito, I guess, a French creator where 95% of her traffic comes from outside of France. And I know for us in the real estate business, we've helped people from about 20 different countries move to Dallas, Texas because of our YouTube channel. On top of that, we've grown our EXP organization worldwide because of our passive prospecting YouTube channel, and have people in the UK and South Africa and many of the other countries that EXP is approved in, Brazil and Mexico, because they have found us on YouTube. Plus, they're going to be adding in auto dubbing here pretty soon as well, so we can auto dub our videos for other countries. And currently we're working with a couple coming from Japan, military, of course. And this is the thing, is that somebody living in Japan just doesn't come to Dallas on a random weekend to look at homes. So they start researching on YouTube, of course, and to learn a lot more about Dallas, find our videos, and then they reach out. One of the next topics that the CEO talks about is YouTube becoming the epicenter of Hollywood, or the startup culture of Hollywood. So now Hollywood is starting to find creators on YouTube that they want to do collabs with, or have sponsor their products, or either possibly make series or movies around. And I know this is how we got on HGTV and the local news, ABC Daybreak, with over 1 million viewers, is because of our YouTube channel. So again, HGTV reached out to us and ABC because they were doing research on the North Dallas housing market, started coming across all of our videos, and think about this. They're like, okay, well, if we want to put somebody on video, which by the way, HGTV was looking to do an episode in Dallas, and they're like, well, here's our audition right here. These people are already good on video, and they're already in the real estate space, or they're agents that are familiar with the camera and filming and production. And that's why they reached out to us. Now, if you haven't seen our episode, I'm the buyer and Travis is my agent. It really worked out because I happened to be in the process of buying my house right at that time. And so, I mean, I could have been the agent, Travis could have been the agent, or we both could have been there and we could have easily worked with one of our clients. But we positioned that to HGTV to say, hey, well, I told them I'm actually in the process of buying a house right now. I'm going out in 2 weekends to look at several different homes. And they said, perfect, we'll send a crew over right away. And they said, what about the agent? I said, the agent's my business partner. And they're like, really? Is that really true? And I said, yeah, it is. Because I said, Travis is always negotiating these deals. He's a lot more plugged in than I am. So even though I am a licensed real estate agent, I am going to get everything done through him. But I'm still going to keep all of the commission. That was part of the deal. But the same thing with ABC. You know, Kara, the TV anchor, she said that her boss said, hey, I want to do some segments on North Dallas real estate. First thing she did was went to YouTube and started researching and found our videos. And she thought, well, these are probably some good guys to interview. And that's how that worked out. That simple.
Hey, real quick, if you're thinking about changing brokerages or you're brand new and you're thinking about choosing a brokerage, well, Travis and I would love to talk to you about partnering with us at EXP. You'll get access to all of our coaching, training, and courses at no cost. But mainly we want to see if we're a good fit for each other. So just check the description below and you can book a call with myself and Travis, and we look forward to speaking with you.
All right, his number 3 topic is more people are moving over to TV, of course. So this is going to force YouTube into transitioning to make that viewer experience a lot better. And he says, as more creators produce content for the big screen, we're bringing the best of YouTube to TVs, including second screen experience that lets you use your phone to interact with the video you're watching on TV. For example, leave a comment or make a purchase. That's pretty good because you couldn't do that before. We're also experimenting with new features called Watch With, which enables creators to provide live commentary and real-time reactions to games and events. I know that's going to be pretty big for political people, for sports people. Yes, absolutely. And growth on connected TVs is also attracting new advertisers, and we continue to introduce formats that work particularly well on the big screen, like QR codes and pause ads. That's going to be very interesting as well. So as they see more and more people are viewing on TV, and now YouTube being the #1 viewing app on TV, they're going to improve that experience a lot better. Then his 4th topic is AI will make it easier to create and enhance the YouTube experience for everyone. And in this, he talks about powering recommendations to producing captions, to helping YouTube identify and remove harmful content, but also to look ahead, investing in AI tools that empower creators and artists throughout their creative journey. And they rolled out Dream Screen and Dream Track, which generate image backgrounds, video backgrounds, and instrumental soundtracks for shorts. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. And then on top of that, he says, for videos with dub audio, more than 40% of the total watch time comes from viewers choosing to listen in a dubbed language. So that automatic dubbing is going to be very interesting because, again, for someone like us that works with EXP, a global brokerage in over 24 countries, our videos like this one could be dubbed in Spanish and Portuguese and Italian, and that could be very interesting on the attraction side. And then, of course, also their AI is going to start helping with new video ideas, titles, and thumbnails, so that should be very interesting to see how that plays out. And that pretty much sums it up, but I just want to say congratulations to YouTube on 20 years, and I look forward to 2025. I think this is going to be one of the best years for us as a company, as multiple companies, our real estate company, our coaching company. Overall, we've been seeing a lot of people find a lot more interest in YouTube, and we've been helping so many. I just finished up today with another one of our 3-day events where we have typically about 300 agents on there learning YouTube for the first time. It's funny because in our world, we're always thinking, well, everybody knows YouTube or has heard about YouTube or utilizing YouTube, and it's just not the case. But if you want a chance to jump in, check the description below. You can join our community for free as a trial period. Go in there, take a look around, jump in our next 3-day event if you want. We got one usually coming up pretty soon, so you can find more information about that. And in the meantime, check out this last interview with Sabrina from Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is a very small market, but she was able to close $160,000 in GCI her second year on YouTube. Amazing success story. Check it out.